Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DCUO Sourcecast. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me tonight, we have Super Patriot.
What's up?
And we have Trick Track. Or Vagrant.
Hey.
You know, maybe next week he's going to go by Bob. We don't know.
You can call me Cookie Pants.
I am not calling you Cookie. That's just... No.
Cook ass.
And we also have Brittany.
Hello.
So, I just realized I didn't post it onto the Sourcecast Facebook and Twitter, but last week episode 170 is out. It's on out on the YouTube. It's on the iTunes, on the website. It's all out. It is out. I released it, I think, maybe yesterday, and I just forgot to actually promote it. So I do apologize about that. It's been crazy. So we have a lot to talk about tonight. We have a lot of stuff on the test server. Episode 18, game update 54, Atomic Powers. There might be cake on the test server. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it. I was just told that there might have been cake, because there was not cake last night. So,
Cake for what?
I don't know. It's just so... I'm just in the mood
Chocolate
for cake.
cake?
Well, if you want
People
chocolate
will come if you say. More people will come if you say there's punch and pie.
Okay, it is fall, so there might be pumpkin pie on the test server.
Oh boy.
Punch and pie. Punch and pie.
Punch and pie.
Yeah.
I don't want any of that.
Oh, you don't get that reference, do you?
I do not get that reference.
It was from South Park. Cartman was the boys were leading revolution, La Revolution, or whatever. And they're trying to get everybody to come to their first meeting, and Cartman was like, tell them there's punch and pie. More people will come if there's punch and pie.
How long ago was that episode? That honestly, definitely...
I think it might be from a movie, to be honest with you. I can't remember exactly where it's from. Although the recent Yelp episode just...
Oh my god, was that not just amazing?
I died. I was dying.
So let's check out how everybody is doing. Soups, how you been, my man? We missed you last week.
Okay. No, you didn't.
We did. We did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did. Come on. I mean, I don't know if you listened to the episode or not, but, I mean, honest to God, we ended at, like, maybe 54 minutes, and I'm like, I guess the rest of the time was always Super Patriot ranting. I guess the rest for the extra 45 minutes or 30 is. Because we ended...
I'm living a rant-free life from now on.
Do you have a sponsor?
Nope. Nope. Living a rant-free life from now on, though.
Okay. So, how you been doing? Because I mean, you weren't here last week, and I was worried. Of course, I expected that something was going on with your boy. That you had to take him to work or something.
No. If it was just taking him to work and all that, I'd have been able to be on a show or something like that. No, it was just like a last-minute family get-together thing and all that. I honestly didn't know if it was going to pan out or not, because of the weather and everything. And then finally, all of a sudden, like last minute, they're like, "Yep, we're still doing it." I'm like, "Oh shit! All right."
Well, that's awesome. Family is important. Well, some of them are. Trick, how you been, my man?
I've been good. Streaming, playing games. You know, gamer's life. Been more active on DC than I have been in a while.
You've been streaming a lot.
He has.
Yeah.
I've been retweeting you. I've been retweeting you. You're like, "Where's everybody at?"
Yeah, well, when that happens, then more people come in, see? So it works.
That's why I'm like, hey, Vagrant's streaming. I can't watch, but I'll retweet him.
But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with that. I've been setting up a charity stream account, so me and Trex can do that on November, I think it's 2nd or 11th. And
that was the 7th for Extra Life,
the
right?
7th? Yeah, Extra Life.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I got the email today, and I was in the middle of about to fill it out. I'm on step 1. I'm like, oh, procrastination.
Step 1 of like 30.
Procrastination hit, and I was like,
you gotta set up an account, then you have to like find a children's hospital that you're gonna support.
Yep, all that good stuff.
But it's all for a good cause. It's all for a good cause.
Yeah, I remember why I procrastinated, because I meant to email, or I meant to message the developers or anyone from Daybreak, and it's like, hey, you guys doing a team Daybreak this year? I don't think they are, but I need to ask. I meant to ask that today, so now I'm gonna have to wait till Monday. But it's okay. I got plenty of time to register. I got time. But that's awesome.
So been and other things.
Most excellent. Charity streams are. It's a lot of fun and a lot of work, but it's so rewarding. It really is. And Brittany, how have you been, my dear?
I've been good. Came back to work after having some time off, which is always a lot of fun. Just been busy with the new episode out, so it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Wait, how was your week? Oh, I was going to ask you how your week was.
That was very nice of you. I was going to ask, how's Trigon faring you?
All right. I mean, like, we've got him down so we can beat him fairly. I guess if everything aligns, we can beat the elite raid in about 20-ish minutes. I don't think we were at the point yet with our gear to actually beat him with the CR that we were at, but now we've gotten it down to like we can beat him. We can beat the whole raid, so that's a nice feeling, because I didn't like going in there just farming the first 2 bosses. It's just kind of lame, but I mean, I don't know. I guess you got to do what you got to do to get gear, and since the last boss doesn't have a locked drop, you don't really have to run the last boss, which is kind of sucky. I mean, if you really wanted the 4 elite pieces, you could just try your luck at the first 2 bosses, but it's just I guess a pride thing, wanting to beat it. But it's been good though, so I'm glad we finally did it, and now we can get it done in like each time. We're improving every single time on a run, so that's always nice.
Excellent. My week has been pretty good. I did the Unholy Matrimony raid Wednesday night, and that 2.5 hours, and we didn't get to Trigon. We got maybe to 50% on Blood on only 1 try. All the other tries was basically me not having to stand into the blood that summons more demons. That was not a good time for me. Not a good time.
Yeah.
Well, honestly...
Well, I saw your guys'... It was a nail biter, at least in the first boss fight. Like, that one part, you had that one run where, like, you guys almost had him down. Like, you were down to, what, like 3 or 4 people or something like that? Yep. And, man... But you guys got him.
Yeah, Curse One went to tank mode, and so did the Kappa. Both of them went to tank from Fire and Ice, and they tried to be the tanks, but Curse just kept getting down, like almost one-shotted. But then someone will pick him back up, and I was like, "Go Curse, be that man!" You died too. Okay, well that was a wipe. But yeah, and even though we didn't get to defeat the entire raid, I didn't expect to do it, because of what our CR was, because some people haven't done it before, and at the same time, I suck. But it was still just, I mean, like you said, those nail-biter moments, it's like, oh my god, we just did this? Yes! It's so rewarding. And that's what I was more happy about, was the rewarding factor of using this setup against the norm, and we were able to do it. It took trial and error, especially for... it was my first time in there. I didn't watch any videos. I meant to. I didn't ask Brittany anything. Again, I meant to. And so I went in like, oh, I forgot to do all these things. I was going blind. Let's see what happens. Chillcat was cool enough to give strategies to help me out to know what to do, what other people needed to do. So it was nice that we had that leadership to go in there. But yeah, Unholy Matrimony, I am going to go back in there. I'm going to do it again, and hopefully with a little higher CR this time, because 136 was just not cutting it for me. It was maybe 138. I'll try 138. Let's see if that causes a little difference. But all in all...
Were you when you went in there?
What's that?
What were you?
136.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I definitely felt the 136. Because just getting... at the same time, I don't know if it's really just me being 136 or just all those guys are just that punishing to me as a rage tank, because it takes me a while to build up. But all in all, it was fun. It really was. I can't wait to go back in there, and players ask for a hard raid, and I might not be the person to say what a hard raid is, but my God, that was hard. Just wow. But so fun. Love it. Love that raid. So as we get going, we're going to talk about all the new stuff that happened this week. It was in order. So we're going to talk about Atomic first, because it came out first. And then if you guys are on Discord, is the voiceover program for you can download it to your computer or use the app or even use the mobile. I'm not sure how it works in mobile, but you can use the web browser or install the app. Use Discord, because we're gonna pull people from the general voice channel. That if you guys have questions, you type it into our text chat in the Sourcecast QA channel, and then we're gonna bring you into the show, and you can ask a question, or really just ask a question, or join us in our conversation for a couple of minutes. I know the community really wanted to do this, and so now I have a voiceover program that can do it. We're going to do it. Word. So, to get the information in the chat, just type in !Discord, and you'll get all the information right there. Just go ahead and install it. So, let's get going with talking about Atomic. So, Atomic came out, or the Atomic reveal was on Tuesday. We had SJ, we had Good Buddy Spord, and Meps in the Meps Cave. I'm really going to throw it over to Brittany first, because how do you like Atomic? I mean, it's okay power, right? I mean, it's not something uber.
It's alright. Nothing special. No, I forgot. It's just Fire 2.0. Just kidding.
Don't say that.
Just kidding. Just kidding. No, I think it's a lot of fun. I think what makes it a lot of fun is the versatility behind it, especially I know a lot of people are interested in the DPSing aspect of it, and it's neat that there's two different ways you can DPS. It's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can do that if you want to, or you can go and do the combo way, which is actually really fun. It feels like the old, I guess is it Game Update 37? You couldn't clip anymore or something like that?
Pre-weapon mastery.
Or pre-weapon mastery or something. Like, that's kind of what it feels like, because with all the combos, you can just clip all the combos together. So I found that to be a lot more fun than doing the AM, or I don't know.
I still don't understand why they don't have a better pool for fire.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, they said the same thing about munitions. They said munitions was going to be a Gadgets 2.0, and I don't really think it's anything like Gadgets.
No, I think it's not anything like Gadgets in terms of in terms of the way it DPSs. No.
Yeah. So I don't view Atomic as like a Fire 2.0. I mean, I guess because the color is similar. That's about it. But I
guess it's kind of similar to the way don't warriors tank in World of Warcraft like via a stance or something?
Yes. Yeah, the warriors have different stances. Yeah.
So that's basically how Atomic tanks you, because you want to be in that aura, aka stance, as long as possible.
Yeah. That one super, it's pretty freaking awesome. And then that I don't know what to call it. It's would it be your 5th power? Is that the absorption thing? Kind of like, it's not really a shield, but
Hold on, I'm look in the nuclear tree.
It turns like no on your tray. On your tray powers.
Oh, you're looking. Okay, you're looking at my video. Yeah, that's subatomic.
Yeah.
That's the subatomic. Let me open it up.
That thing is freaking amazing.
Yeah, subatomic substitution.
Oh my god.
Now, are you talking about subatomic because that's just?
It's the one that's like the super, but it's not the super. It's just the power.
Density. You're talking about density.
Yes. That's freaking OP. Oh my gosh. I was messing around with that and how long it lasts. I was like, oh my gosh. I hope they don't adjust it. Because, yeah. You absorb a lot of damage.
Yeah, density is on screen now. Yeah. I used... what you're looking at on screen right now is my tank loadout that I have to test, that I plan on testing probably in the stream, maybe. But I'm going to be... the loadout that I'm using, just to give you guys an example, is Thermal Chemical Explosion, Atom Splitter, Photon Remedy, Neutrino Blast, Subatomic Substitution, and Density, where Density will also be replaced by the Supercharge Mass Density, so everyone can turn metal. That's amazing. So great.
Screw the group.
Oh my god, listen to her.
I'm just going to protect myself. Well, I couldn't decide because I wanted the pull. I still wanted the pull on my bar, so
Yeah.
I figured I could swap out the personal absorption thing for like ads or whatever, and then swap it with the super on like boss fights and stuff. But
I
it's
do
really,
like mass density though.
yeah, it's really cool that the tank has like a supercharge that helps the whole entire group.
Well, it's the first tank to have a mass shield like the trollers, so you can technically rotate all those supercharges and have like, if you do it right, you could have like 30 seconds of shield for everybody.
Yeah. Pretty cool. But I really like it. It's fun, and it's fun learning how it works. The tanking aspect of it seems a little more complex than most of the other tanking powers, I guess. I mean, I don't think Rage is really all that complex. It's pretty straightforward, but I haven't tested it in actual at-level content, so I'm not sure how it'll work out, but it's fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. Plus, all the animations are really cool.
That they are.
It's just going to be about getting that aura up all the time.
Yeah, and again, all that I can really go off of is tanking, because that's where I did my research. I say research, that's where I basically looked at the powers and like, what can be my tank loadout? I'll look at DPS this weekend, but I'm a tank, so I want to know about the tanking style for this. So I'm just going to hop into a solo and as a tank and just work with my loadout. Now, the one thing that I am missing, like Brittany said, I don't have the pool. And that pool, of course, is the range pool that the frontal cone pool. I could get that, and I really do want that as well, so I have to rework my loadout to accommodate for it. But I'm also using my second power, that is Atomic's Atom Splitter. Atom Splitter is our point-blank AoE. It's our backdraft. It's our Without Mercy. Whatever the ice version is, it's that. So all enemies around you, they'll be sucked into you. So all the stuff I do is with tanking. Now, on the tanking side as well, you don't have to have the aura. You want to. You do, because I'll, of course, talk about that. So, just looking at your traits, just looking at the all-around overall for the tree, activating the Korok Gluon aura will provide immunity to control effects for a short time for you and 7 group members, okay? While active, the aura will empower your attacks to heal you for an amount 2% of your health. 2% of your max health, okay? So the aura will rely on your max health. So if you want to buff your aura side, you could go with max health. But I really wouldn't recommend it. At the same time, I have to test it to see what kind of skill points you are. But what you really want is what I think Super Patriot might be doing as well. Max out your dominance. Because when you use your atomic combos in tank roll, your molecule charges will heal you for an amount equal to 40% of your max dominance. So you're going to be spamming atomic combos, that's no doubt. So you want to max out your damage, so all your attacks that you're doing will heal you big time. So, Soups, have you gotten a chance to hop onto the test server and look at everything? I know you've been talking about it.
Actually, I'm actually on it right now. Yeah, the main reason why I'm saying go max defense, because I know while active, while you have the Quirk Gluon aura active and all that, it's gonna empower your attacks to heal you for an amount equal to 2% of your max health, which you sounds like you want to have a lot of health, but the fact that your dominance is increased by 100% and using your superpowers increases your defense and toughness by 90% makes it sound an awful lot like ice and all that. But just reading the power description and everything for the tank and all that, it sounds like it's got a lot of the max benefits that ice has, with a little bit of fire's benefits from the self-healing. To me, at least. I mean, because that defense and toughness buff is basically the same as Ice's is.
Yes. And that's another thing as well. Do you feel that speccing as a tank, do you feel that with this power, as a tank, do we have multiple options to how to spec ourselves for a tank? Because we can either go with defense and toughness.
You could. If you're, if you're used to, doing your self heals and all that as a fire, as a fire tank and everything. I mean, you could. Feasibly, stay with your dominance and health mods that you've got in your gear and everything. And I would say, stack health and dominance. I still have to go respec though because I've got all this freaking resto I've picked up. But yeah, that whole Quirk Gluon aura thing, healing you while you've got that aura, healing you for 2% of your max health. I mean, if you really stacked your health up high, you'd be looking at some serious health ticks there. But then again, I'm me personally though. I'm looking at that defense and toughness buff, and I'm thinking to myself, man, full dominance is the way to go. But honestly, when you go to spec into your weapon mastery trees and the third tier of innates and all that, you get a ton of health from those dominance innates in the weapons of mastery tree. So I wouldn't worry about stacking too much health, to be honest with you, because you're going to have a lot stacked to begin with as it is. I don't know, Brittany. You've messed around with it some. More than I have. I know. Are you the same opinion, or?
I don't think you could go wrong if you left your mods as, if you have them all like Dom health. I don't think that you can go wrong that way. It's kind of like with Rage. You're not doing it a service if you go Dom health. Granted, it would be, I guess, preferred if you went straight Dom, but I think it'd be fine because, like you said, when you spec your skill points, you're going to get a ton of health and Dom from the tier 3 and 8s alone. So, yeah. I don't think that it's either is a bad choice. I don't think you would have to remod everything to go straight Dom. So
yeah, I'm gonna leave my Dom health and my mods in my tank gear for right now when I switch on live. But when it comes to I've got I guess I have not respec'd my tank spec and I don't know how long. Picking up all that extra resto and everything. Oh my god. This is gonna be the first time where I've chased after nothing but dominance, really, with my skill points.
As a rage tank, we love dominance, so I have nothing to change. So I just got
doesn't ice tanks like dominance too?
What's that?
Doesn't ice tanks like dominance too? Increases their shield power, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Fire is the only power that tank power where you would mod for Dom and health. All the other ones, all the other tank powers, you would mod for pure dominance. I mean, like Brittany said, I mean, it might, behoove you a little bit to have extra health and everything, but you pick that up from the weapon mastery innates. Anyways, when he's going, let me go into my skill tree here. Because when you go into that third tier with the weapon mastery innates, you get 7 points of dominance, for every point spent, but you get 50 health in each one. So there's really no need for you to mod dom and health on your gear if you are anything but fire. Because fire's buff is directly related to its dominance and its health, and it's a lot more beneficial to have max health out as a fire user.
I know for ice tanking, it was more you would want to spec for resto just because you get more of a benefit from resto than dom. But I know when I was tanking, I could switch my mods out and I was just straight dom as an ice tank. So I was just like, screw it. I'm not remodding all my gear just to switch back to rage after like a few weeks or whatever. So I don't think you can. It's wrong. I'm sure there's preferred ways to do it, but if you don't feel like remodding all your gear, I think you'll still be fine. Like, you're not going to get one-shotted just because you don't have all, dom mods on or something. So
now with the power regen, that's only DPS, right? Or is that for
it's only DPS. I think Sport or Meps, one of them answered that question in the Atomic question thread.
Okay.
After they did the reveal, I think, and they said it was only a DPS thing. You're not doing it.
I thought the power regen was supposed to be for both.
Well, no. A lot of people were confused from the live streams. I think he had a
he had a trinket or something. He had something special.
He had a cheat put in there and all that. He was like never running out of power, and everybody in the chat's like, "Oh my god, he's getting a power back! Oh my god, it's a tank with a power back mechanic! Tank with a power back mechanic!" And I'm like, "There's no way they're gonna do that." Especially after reading the patch notes for the update with fire and gadgets and quantum. I was looking at those, and gadgets and quantum are both getting to use the AM power back mechanic for when they're in controller role, but nothing mentioned for fire when it's in there. So I was like, well, that answers that question.
Well, trust me, I read the patch notes too, and I'm like, where's the power back for fire? But then I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know what? Quantum and gadgets, they're controllers. Let them have faster power back. I'll be okay with that for now, but not really.
Yeah. And honestly, too, if you're looking to like remod any of your tank gear at all, I don't know, because this is going to be like a battle tank and all that, and it's might based. I don't know if putting Dom Might in your reds would be beneficial or not.
Ooh, that's right. We forget about Dom and Might.
It's because nobody uses Dom and Might. It's like using Vit and Power.
I'm trying to actually think if I ever used Vit and Power mod. I think I just went straight Vitalization.
The only time I could think of anyone ever even thinking about doing Vit Power is like PvP gear, but then at the same time, you're still going to run out of power way too damn quick.
Yep.
Turbo, I am just completely shocked. You have never been following me this entire time. Just shocked.
I convinced him to follow me, and then he was just like, "Oh, might as well follow Trex."
Thank you, baby. Thank you. Now, if Brittany's followers can all follow me, or follow us, then we'll be in bank.
Yeah, really. You should convince them to follow us so we'd have somewhat of a crowd for the charity stream.
Okay, on it. Wow, Trex.
What are we saying WoW to? What happened?
Look at you actually, like, not falling for those feints.
Oh. Yeah, because, I mean, it's Faust, so.
Well, okay, well.
But thank you for the compliment, though.
Yeah.
You're the best.
You just got blocked there, but.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you just got block broken there.
Well, okay.
Okay, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon.
She's the best, isn't she, folks?
Okay, yeah. I spoke too. I'll stop watching now. Hold on.
Wow.
No, I should stop commenting. Maybe
There
that
you
was
go,
what it
please.
is.
Exactly what it is.
Have you tried any of the other combos besides just those two?
Like I said, I went straight with learning how to tank, and I'm melee tank. I played around last night with the range, and I thought some of them were pretty good. But I also noticed that it might have just been me, but the range combos change color when they hit their target if you have your aura on or not. I noticed it very quickly, and I didn't know if that was a thing or not. So I have to take a look at it again. Yeah, I won.
I'm just wondering how it's going to be like if you're going to have enough mitigation to where you're going to have to stop and like counter the boss and then go back into your combo and then I don't know, because it's not like you can just sit there and infinitely do your combos because you're eventually going to get countered. But
Countered.
As you saw, I got countered myself.
I just wonder how like.
And so, and both of my combos, are the melee combos. They're both it.
Yeah.
So it also has to be where you need to test out a melee and a range combo.
But those range combos don't actually block break when you combo them, do they? You're just vulnerable to interrupt, right?
Yeah, they don't serve a purpose of able to. If my melee stuff hits, I can't interrupt someone. It's just vulnerable to block.
That would be so cool.
Would it be cool or would it be OP?
That would be, it would be cool in PvE. Obviously, not so much for PvP, but for PvE, that would be kind of neat because then you would then want to choose which combos to use. It seems like you'd be, I don't know. I don't really know what you'd be safer using because you're going to get interrupted regardless. So, I don't know.
Regardless.
Although it'll be fun watching all these atomic tanks trying to tank. Why did I get one-shotted?
Yeah, we need to try to get together this weekend, me, you, and Soups, and try to find 5 other people. We need to go into Unholy Matrimony and just all atomics and just have fun.
Need a troller.
Oh my gosh.
We would need one controller, wouldn't we?
That shield thingy would be so beast.
Not if we were all DPS. That one tank is just gonna have to suck it. He's gonna have to suck it up. He's gonna have to work some kind of magic to keep his power up.
That shield thingy, it would be coming like we would be so useful in that raid. So useful. Like if you were getting stunned by the Hell's Hatred thing, you could pop that or the super, and you would be like completely protected from getting hit by Trigon. Like.
And that's where the mass density supercharge comes in, because density, of course, will just give you the metal, you'll absorb the damage, but then mass density will give everyone the absorbed damage, and for the tank, it will compel the other enemies that are not in the enemies to stop hitting people that are not in tank role to find other targets. Now, I don't really like how it's worded, other targets. I would really hope that's like, all right, well, the healer's getting hit, mass density. It's going to come to me and not to controller who's next in.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Like, oh, okay, so the healer's not getting hit anymore, but oh, goodbye DPS and Troller.
DPS doesn't pick anybody up anyway, so.
That's true.
I feel like Atomic would be a great secondary tank.
Most doubt, yeah, yeah.
Rather than main tanking, because they'll have the group buffs, like mass density, and then you said when you hit aura, it gives a cleanse to everybody, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think you're definitely right, because I will always, even as a rage tank, I know my limitations. I would rather have an ice tank or even a fire tank be the main, and I'll just provide backup. That if you're taking too much damage, I already have my combos going. I'm good.
Oh my gosh.
Well, at least it was on vibrate. But yeah, I would definitely want a fire or an ice tank to be main, and I'll be rage and be in the back. Even as an atomic tank, be in the back. Just be in the background because you're providing the assistance with everyone else with your support powers. Because
no Earth tanks.
Oh, that's right, Earth. You guys. I haven't spent enough time with Earth since back in the day. But Thryden, if you're here, just remember I still love you. You're still awesome. But that's another thing as well, because every time as a tank, every time you activate your what is it called? The stupid aura. When you activate your aura, the Core Gluon aura, you provide all your group members control resistance. Will provide immunity to control effects for a short time. That's every time you're activating your aura. Now, I think it's at the point where you have to activate it. So you'll have to let it go away and then do your combos again. If you can do the short path as well to activate your aura again, and that may give it back again. So you can keep that kind of on a rotation. But at the same time, this weekend, that's something else that has to be tested to see how long that immunity, when the aura pops, how long does it last, and how the rotation could work. So it's a lot of intricacies, but like Vagrant said, I do agree that Atomic would be a great support tank. Would definitely be the side tank, the off tank rather. But I will still take an ice tank over anything else, just because of shielding.
Yeah, ice has been top since day one, pretty much.
Yeah, and if I can't get an ice, I'll take a fire. Their self heals will just blow it out the water. Just let them go. And basically, the only fire tank that I know that I would take would be Soups. So,
what?
You're my fire tank. You're the only fire tank that I know as a constant, and I would take you. I would follow you anywhere, sir.
We got one in our league. It's pretty good.
If you got a fire tank, most likely hopefully they're the best ever.
They're like die hard fire players. It's just like, I'm not giving this power up.
Never gonna give it up. Never gonna let it down. Sorry.
They like support a massive like freaking day-long boner when a fire gets an update.
All right, so do we have anything else that we want to touch on Atomic before we move on?
Download test out Atomic.
Yes, please. For the love of goodness.
It's free right now, folks.
Yep.
Yes, it is. PC Test is available for all members, all players actually. It's available for all players. Doesn't matter if you're a subscriber or not. Doesn't matter if you're on PlayStation or PC. You just have to have a PC to get onto it. But just create a free PC account on daybreakgames.com. Create the account and then boom, just go for it. The link, if someone can link it in chat, that would be great because I still haven't made the command for it yet. It's in the testing feedback section of the forums, on the DCO forums. Just go into there and you'll find the link and you'll just download it, install it. And at the same time, pro tip for you guys if you do the install for PC test. if you already have DC Live already installed on your computer and you now want to install test, let it start, let it like get to a megabyte or whatever, let it go for a couple minutes, and then close it. All right, close it. Go to your folder where your DC Universe program is installed at. Go to that folder, copy the 2 top folders inside that folder. Right, it's Unreal 3 folder and like library something. I don't know. Copy those 2, paste those 2 folders in the DC Universe Online test server folder. Override it, and then open up your PC test program again, and just let it upload. Good to go. It's like a less than 5-minute ordeal. You'll save yourself hours and hours of time installing the test. But if you don't have DC Universe Online Live, the live server installed on your computer already, I would go ahead and do that anyways, because, you know, you never know. You never know. It helps with updating tests, I'll tell you that. Ha ha ha. So yeah, that's your pro tip for anyone who wants to get on the PC test. So it does. You could just sign up for a free account, install the program, and have at the go into the PC test and test Atomic, test all the good stuff. It's good. I don't know if it's good in PvP because I don't PvP, and I don't know if people on test are PvPing. Not 100%.
I doubt anyone's gonna test the PvP side of Atomic while it's on test server.
That's true. Probably later down. I could see it being done later down the road when we get like a couple of updates to fix a couple of powers, maybe. But all right,
I just don't see it happening.
It's honest to God. All right, so episode 18 is on the test server as well. So episode 18, that reveal was yesterday on Thursday. If you guys missed the live stream from Atomic and the episode 18 reveal, they're on the YouTube channel, DC Universe Online's YouTube channel at youtube.com/DC Universe Online Game. It's over there on their YouTube channel. Definitely go watch them. Lots of good information. Lots of funny quips from SJ. Because we need her handling the board more. I want her and Meps to officially switch seats now. And she handle all of that. And Meps just sits over the other side and just chills out. Not like a bad thing. But I mean, SJ rocked that mic. She rocked it.
Get fired, Meps.
No. But if he does, I am available. I'm just joking. I would not want Meps fired and me take that job. No. So, episode 18 was revealed, bringing a new duo, the Demon's Pit. We have to go into the League of Assassins' sudden interest in Central City has drawn the concern of both the Justice League and the Society. Investigate a final SOS message sent from a scouting mission gone wrong deep inside the Demon's Pit. So, this is a 2-player duo. The minimum combat rating is 131, and the suggested is 138. Now, I did have the unfortunate, and I do say unfortunate because, my God, it took us forever. I did run this last night, because test server popped open last night. So, took me about 83 minutes to complete this duo. And on the hero side, spoiler alert, sorry, on the hero side, we had to free the Flash, Green Arrow, and Wildcat. I know, Wildcat. Like, shocking, right? And
I think it's kind of cool they brought Wildcat back. The only time you see Wildcat is on the villain side.
Yeah. I mean,
for like a minute.
I will say it was kind of shocking because I didn't see. I saw like I saw 3 hanging there, but I only recognized 2. I was like, I didn't get a good look at the third person. And Cypher, who was with me, was like, "Oh, it's Wildcat." We walked into the room. I'm like, "Oh shit! Sure enough, it's Wildcat." All right, I'm gonna box this guy. I'm gonna jab him in the jaw, and he jabbed me a bunch of times. I still have the bruising. Is
it a really long duo? I didn't have a chance to. I was at work when the freaking stream was happening.
It wasn't a long duo. It was just at the same time, let me say this now. Cypher was a 137 CR atomic DPS, to learn the power, learn the rotations and all. And I went in, I had gear for as a 131 rage DPS and a 137 rage DPS. My 131 rage DPS was not cutting it. So I tried it. I tried my best, but Cypher would go down, and I would go down, but he was always the first person to go down for some reason. And so when I went to 137, I was able to get the job done. And I also had the same CR account for my tanks, for my tank spec as well. The problem was, and I actually was editing the video today, it took us 6 minutes to defeat the Flash. It took us, I think, 52 minutes to beat Green Arrow. Because Green Arrow, it might be bugs, but holy God, he is just a tough son of a bitch. Excuse my French. He is
a lot of health, weird mechanics.
Mechanics. It was all mechanics. Because he'll summon, he'll have some ninjas pop out, just like Lash and Claw in the Flash duo. They'll pop out. They'll drop some bombs. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, Ollie, what are you doing? What's this green orb on me? It's a bomb on me that will affect anyone around me. Thanks for that. What's this? Smoke bomb? There's a smoke bomb now. It does 4K like every second? Maybe even half a second? It was just... And then the whole room filled up with them and we couldn't move properly. It was just like... It was so hell.
It's like the bombshell paradox, first boss?
Yeah. Yeah, but more smoke bombs.
Duo mode.
The smoke bombs were just crazy. Just crazy. And the only reason why we won was because I looked on the draw with the supply drop. I looked on having a soda cola. And he was like super low health. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do it. Then my Audible Strike came online. I'm like, Audible Strike? Boom, it killed. I'm like, thank you, lasers from God. Because I did not want to go through that anymore. But the Green Arrow fight was by far the most difficult and really should have been the last fight. Really should have. Because Wildcat was tough, but nothing compared to Green Arrow. Just nothing. But it was a fun duo, though. It was fun. It was challenging. As I'm going through different CRs and different roles, I'm like, all right, well, let's try 131 tank. Let's see if I can live. No? Fine. 137 tank. I'm going to get this done. I have tenacity and patience that no man has ever seen before.
Oh, trust me. I think Brittany already knows that.
Oh, ha ha. And giggity. So, the next piece of content coming out with episode 18 is... Hold on. I'm not properly... I don't have the right attire to say this. Hold on, let me put it on. Alright, I got my black ring on. Okay, hold on. Gotta let it flow in. 8-player operation, Blackest Day. And we have to go up against Black Hand. I am so ready for this. Just... It's oh my god, it's so awesome! We're continuing on with more of the War of the Light story. Now we have a raid and an elite raid. This is an elite raid as well. So we get to fight Blackhand. How awesome is that? Yay! I don't know if anyone on the test has beaten Blackest Day yet. I know they did some patch notes today. There's a hotfix that came on tonight. So, but yeah. Just absolutely love it. So, Brittany, have you gotten a chance to look in Blackest Day yet?
Oh, I've just been messing around with the power. I haven't gone into the raid yet.
Okay. She's waiting for me. That's all it is, folks. And I respect that, and I thank her. Because I want to tank it. I really do. It's going to be so good. So, the trash gear, because, of course, new quarterly episode, new 3-month cycle episode, we have new trash gear. The trash green is going to be item level 122. Item level 122 is going to be the new greens, and The Styles is Mayan. The green Styles is Mayan. You can groan. I'm happy because I can finally finish my Mayan
It's
set.
on the rare style vendor. It's on the rare style vendor.
But I don't want to use my marks.
Where's Talon Lord?
Where's Raptor Tech?
Coming soon? I don't care. As soon as I saw mine, I'm like, oh my god, I can finally finish my
I shouldn't
Mayan
have said
set.
anything.
That rant-free life, right?
Yep.
You can rant. We love it when you rant. The people love it. Because they're good rants. It's not like you're doing other people that we will never name rants. These are good, logical rants. And
I was able to complete Talon Lord because of Prometheum lockboxes.
That's pretty nice. That's nice.
Like, thank God.
Alright, so that's the Mayan. The blues, which is the uncommon, I don't know what styles those are. And I'm not sure if anyone on test posted on the forums what they are.
It's like the Department of Corrections or something like that. I think it was
From
the
Home
gear
Turf?
that you get. Yeah. But the thing is, the gear that's dropping out of the duos, or whatever the 120... Is it supposed to be 126, or...
I think those are 124.
well, it's attuning to 129. So... it's some type of bug. So I don't know if that's the actual gear or what, but yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Department of Corrections. I could be wrong, but I looked at it odd and I was like, huh. Weird, but
And again, another style set I can complete. Yay! So, and I was a little ifed or murphed or whatever with, of course, the green and blue styles from from episode 15, 16, and 17, where it's like, oh, necromancy and voodoo, I already have these. Mayan and Department of Corrections. Cool, I didn't complete these because I'm a slacker. Thanks, guys. I can go with this. So this is the first time I can say it's like, I'm okay with these styles because I can complete my style feats now. Yay, Trex. Yay. But I have to look at the item level for the gear because I think maybe 129 sounds better. Probably sounds right. I don't know. It's, again, Locke's crazy math skills. It's just weird. But yeah, so I'll have to take a look at that and see where that's coming from. So, along with the episode 18 reveal, SJ, with her teaser self as the associate creative director, she dropped a little bit of knowledge on what episode 19 and episode 20 is going to be. Brittany, what was a little teaser that they gave for episode 19?
I don't know how to say the name of it.
And the Parbat.
I was about to say it's not Panda Batman, Ticken. It's not Panda Batman.
I mean, I'm not mad about that. If it was Panda
Nanda
Batman.
Parbat, like,
From Arrow.
basically Ra's al Ghul's home turf.
League of Assassins, that's right.
So they're really diving into the League of Assassins storyline.
Well, it started, and we can continue on a little bit. So, I mean, yeah, apparently we are. At least League of Assassins has a story. That's pretty cool.
She did tease at some really cool base items or something like that. So I hope that eventually we'll get some leaks or something from her. Because I wikied that place and it looks really cool. So I imagine the base items are going to be freaking amazing.
We already know one of the base items, and she said it was awesome. That's all she said. But we can't tell you.
Yeah, I hope she does more leaks.
And then episode 20. Soups, you want to tell them what's in episode 20? Because I won't be able to say it I won't say it without squealing like a little girl with excitement.
Oh, Necron. I
need to mute my mic real fast. I'm going to calm myself. I'm going to calm down. Still wearing the black ring, by the way. It's still on my finger. Oh, yes. Necron coming in episode 20. I am so excited. I just can't hide it. I don't know the rest of the song. I thought I did, but I didn't know the rest of the lyrics. I'm sorry. Soups,
you're about to lose control, and you think you like it.
Thank you. Thank you, Soups. Guy's been with me for 4 some odd years. He knows me. That's that friendship that we have.
I think it's just a matter of fact. I think it's just the fact that I've been alive for 40 years. And I remember hearing that song on the radio. So
that too. I heard it on VH1 Classics early morning during school.
Oh, God.
Sorry. Candy Floss, that's exactly why you're here. We give you DCO knowledge and we get songs stuck in your head. That's what we want to do. If we can get that done at the end of the day, it's been a productive day. All right, so episode 19, Nanda Parbat, we'll be going in there, and then Necron coming in episode 20. Can we have episode 20, please? Can it just come on, please?
And Candy Floss, don't worry. I mean, if you get a song stuck in your head, just remember yourself, all right? At first, you may be afraid. You may be petrified.
No, Sartic, stop whispering me. You know I don't like it. So, all right.
Still kind of waiting on that Superman storyline to start.
Yeah, a little bit. Me too. I would like to at least see the start of it. This in either 19 or 20. Either it be like a solo or a duo or an alert. The raid belongs to Necron. The raid belongs to Necron. Okay, but yeah, I would like to. For me, I would like to see the start of it. I would like to see that. Sartic, I hate you.
Is it bad that while I'm respecing my tank skill points on test server and all that, I'm getting a little giddy because I'm picking up critical attack chance? My tank spec.
You're picking up what?
Critical attack chance.
Critical attack chance in your tank spec?
Yeah.
I love testing new powers. You just start working with hybrids now. It's so fun. Because you're...
Well, the thing is, I mean, I'm right now on test. I mean, I've got 180 skill points to work with on test for this. But, on live, I've got 239. And I was getting kind of close to getting all of the tier 3 innates for tanking with that. Even with, picking up, the...
defense and toughness, right?
Dominance. Well, no, even picking up the health and dominance and the resto.
Oh.
In the tier 3, yeah. So I've got, I got a lot of skill points to play around with for this. So I may get on live later tonight just to see what my spec's going to look like. Because I'm picking up, the dominance. I'm picking up the defense, and I'm picking up health and all that. But after that, I've gotten my weapon mastery weapons done, I'm looking at, critical attack damage, the might boost, to get me to the where I got the 20 points spent so I can get into the tier 3 innates. This is going to be fun.
All right. And then, again, for the raids for Blackest Day, minimum CR 131, suggested is 138. And for people who think they're going to have to rush to get ready for episode 18, just remember, all you need is the vendor gear to be prepared for the next episode. All right, so if you don't automatically get the gear drops from RNG, you can get the vendor gear with marks, and that will give you the CR ready for the next episode.
Yeah, so if you're like me, just buy the vendor gear.
Or like me, buy the vendor gear.
Whatever. Mr. Freaking got, 2 or 3 elite pieces the first time he ran DC Elite?
I can't help it if RN Jesus just rewarded me for the praises I give him. Okay?
Whatever.
Any idea what the collection or briefing rewards from Blackest Day raid is? I do not know, Green Lantern. Wow, Sartic. Goddamn. Whoa. Whoa. Brent, handle your boy. I'm not sure what the collection or briefing rewards are yet, Green Lantern. But that's something I didn't mention that I was really happy for is the new uncommon. I'm sorry, the vendor and the raid gear styles. So let's talk about the vendor styles. I wish I had pictures. Crap! Why didn't I ask Mets for pictures? I have the game for so long. He should do better by me. So I guess we're gonna have to just describe it then, especially for people who are listening on iTunes. So the vendor gear is inspired by the DC villain Livewire. Yeah, Livewire, which is supposed to be on, I think, CBS Supergirl this fall. I think the pilot starts next month. So excited.
Well, you may also be familiar with her from the Superman.
That was good. That
TV
was
series.
I do remember that episode. I really enjoyed that episode. I enjoyed the voice actress who gave that life to Livewire, because that's how I see Livewire from now on, is from that cartoon episode.
Tank Girl.
What's that?
Tank Girl.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
that's her. That's what I associate her with.
Yeah, I always thought of her like Gwen Stefani's cousin or something, or like that second cousin twice removed. But yeah, I absolutely love that voice for Livewire and that persona that was given. So good. And she was in Smallville, I believe, wasn't she? Seeps, that's your forte. I think Livewire was in there.
Smallville? I've watched maybe 2 episodes of Smallville.
Oh, okay. That's cool. But okay, so the Livewire outfit, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. And Mev's had like the blue coloring with it, and it has the water effect, but it looks more electric. So it's all alive, it's moving on yourself. It looks really great. A big lightning bolt on chest piece. For women, great boob window. Even though it's not really showing anything, but of course, me trolling chat during the live stream, I'm like, oh my god, look at that boob window. But thanks, Power Girl. But yeah, so the Thunderbolt there, the gloves look awesome as well. The helmet was probably my favorite because it just complements the entire set. And on the men's side, it does look nice as well. The chest, the lightning bolt on the chest, I feel it's a little smaller, but it also might be just because of the body difference. But yeah, so the Livewire inspired set is going to be on the vendor, and then on the raid, which they really want me raiding. You give me elite gear, knowing I love sets, and I get set bonuses. So of course I gotta run the elite. I gotta get my stuff. Now you give me a style inspired by Blackhand in the raid, and basically all the raid, the elite raid, the alert, and the elite alert, and then the raid. All 3 of the high level stuff is all Blackhand on the drops. Yay! And even the elite gear has a different shade. It has lightning on the cape and all over the place. Loud scream. Loud scream. Men don't get a boob window. It's not there. But it's so... It even has the dead hand. It has Blackhand's dead hand. and I want it. I just want it. I don't even know if you can change colors with it. I want to know if I can change colors.
Yeah, you can. They said you could.
My rage tank with that glove with oh my god!
Oh, the glove, though the glove. They said. I remember SJ said that his black hand, the left hand, and everything. It was actually it's considered like an iconic, so you can't change the color of that.
Okay. I will.
And the emblem can't be changed.
The emblem probably can't.
The emblem probably. Well, no, the emblem I think can.
Oh, I thought it was an emblem in the hand thingy.
I think it's the. I don't know if the hand has an emblem or not. I don't remember in the comics.
No,
I know
they said just the color of the hand, you couldn't change.
Okay.
Like Killcat just said, the black hand is permanent black.
Okay, I can live with that. I can, and I know that it. Oh, just that hand.
It's too fetty for the DC players.
It's what?
Fetty.
What's a fetty?
Don't worry about it. You ain't black enough.
I am not. I am not. It's not even a diss. It's not a diss. Vagrant and I, we are the opposite. He has all that swagger. I have all that chill.
So you're saying Vagrant is black enough to know what it is, but you are not?
And I am okay with that. I don't want to know what that is. When he said confetti, I'm like, what does confetti have to do with anything? We're not talking about confetti.
Trex ain't 1738 enough, you know what I'm saying?
I was watching the Daily Show this morning, and they were talking about, and this white kid was like, yeah, it's so effing trill. I'm like, what's trill? What is this? We're destroying the English language more. I'm just moving to England. I need that English. I need English. I am not. I don't have a black card. My black card was gone as soon as I put on my first Metallica album. That's it. There's nothing black in me besides Place Down. There's nothing black about me. I don't get the language.
Look how you snuck that in just for Brittany.
it's for everyone. For all the ladies. But no, I have no black card. There's no. That even that whole society is not. I'm not in that life. I'm just not. I have no idea what it is. I stay away from all of that. I'm in the white neighborhood. All right, I am all in the white neighborhood. If I have to give my black card to someone, I would give it to Vagrant. Vagrant, you can have my black card. I will have to go find it back in Woodfield, back in the hood. I think it's there somewhere in a sewer or something.
What hood? Come on.
That's the hood to these people. That's the hood to them. I have seen hood. I have been to other states who have hoods. Woodfield Park is not hood, but people call it that. I'm like, I don't understand you people. I am not here. But yeah, I am that guy. It's like, hello, sir. How are you doing today? This is a fine morning indeed. Unless I'm really comfortable with someone, I'll go, what's up, dude? We just got really off base just now. I am so sorry. That was not trill of me. Is that right? I don't know. Is that how you say it?
It was great though. Oh man.
So the next part,
they don't understand how fetty the black hand is. They really don't.
God.
They just don't understand how.
Fetty, I thought
you gotta be CR 1738 to fight Black Hand.
I thought Fetty was like some
rapper. You don't
rapper.
understand what's going on in this house, man.
How is Fetty an adjective? I thought
Black Hand's gonna come up and be like, I saw you come in and sit your dumbass down. He's just gonna one shot everybody.
God. So
All right. Anyways,
that's how you get the viewers right there, Vagrant. That's how you do it. So the next part on the test server right now is game update 54. The power set mid-range improvements for fire gadgets and quantum are, oh my god, you gave me the Urban Dictionary of all things. Give me Webster's, please. I need Webster's. So the mid-range improvements for fire gadgets and quantum are on the test server. And also the Thanksgiving seasonal vault gift, the bountiful gift, is available in the vault through November 30th. So
chat's making me laugh too much. I'm sorry.
Well, you went all Fetty in there, so now it's all
I did go all Fetty. To get back on topic, though, I kind of hope that DC, it almost feels like they're trying to flesh out Thanksgiving as the next full-fledged seasonal.
And when I read that the first time, because I had to message Maps, I'm like, when did Thanksgiving have a seasonal event? He was like, it's not an event. I'm like, oh, I read too far into it. It's just the vault. That's all it is. It's just the vault thing. That's it. One of the adjectives is Federico. My freaking god. Okay, I want to throw this over to Soups because this is fire. Soups, do you want to go over the fire mid-range improvements?
Well, basically what they've done is they've increased both the base damage and power interaction damage for backdraft, detonate, fireball, wildfire, flashpoint, immolation, and spontaneous combustion. These are pretty much all of your weapon mastery powers that you would typically use, especially spontaneous combustion. Overheat also now hits up to 8 targets and begins splitting damage after 2. So that's a nice little buff for that. Snuff out is actually, they've increased the damage against enemies whose health is below 35%. So we'll have to see how that is. I may have to make another fire tune. I just respect.
So what you're saying is that fire is pretty fetty right now.
Stop it.
I don't know.
Is fire feeling 1738?
I don't know about that yet because with they made some changes with the AM powers, the main AM powers that you would use for doing damage, mainly fire burst, flame cascade, and mass detonation.
I thought, didn't they change how volatility works slightly too?
Yeah, fire burst. It's not going to hit enemies up to 13 meters out instead of 12 meters. They've increased the damage caused when enemies are afflicted with volatility, with the most damage afflicted when at short range within 7 meters of the target. Same goes with Flame Cascade. They increased the damage for it. And Mass Det has the same increase of damage and does more damage within 13 meters of your target. But yeah, like Vagrant said, though, they've gone back to the way fire was when it was first given the advanced mechanic power, where you now have to apply volatility on your targets. So it looks like it's going to be more of, basically to me, it just seems like it's going backwards in regards to the power interaction for it, because now you got to set up the volatility on each new target as you're going through all the ads. It's going to be really good on bosses, but as far as going through the tunnels and clearing out ads and everything, it's going to be a slow setup for it.
So, all right, so we're going... So volatility is not going to be on the player anymore. Is that what's going on now? Right.
You have to apply it to the target itself. At least from that's the way I'm reading it.
Okay. I see it's there for Flame Cascade and for Fire Burst, and for Mass Det. I see it as well. So it's only it's those 3. Are there any other powers? Because again, I'm still getting used to fire. I'm still trying to learn the advanced mechanic as well. And so
no, those are the only powers that you would use to do damage with. Now, I mean, obviously they didn't post any changes to the way Inferno or Fiery Weapon works, which those do activate your they do benefit from the power regeneration you get for whenever you have your thermal absorption activated. But in regards to them doing extra damage when volatility is up, fire weapon is just a might buff for you. Plus, you get a heal off one hit off of burning targets and everything. And Inferno is it's your PI spreader and everything like that. It puts a dot out and everything, but they don't get any extra damage from the advanced mechanic. The only powers that get extra damage from the advanced mechanic are Flame Cascade, Fiery Burst, and Mass Detonation.
Okay. So, and I remember you were having discussion about this. You're not a fan of volatility being on the target, because that's
no, because like I say, it's gonna be a slow setup. That was the problem. That was the main issue with Fire before, when AM was first introduced. You had to apply the volatility to the target. So by the time you got the volatility applied to your target, and then you got your PIs out there, and then you started winding up for Fire Burst or Mass Det, all the ads are pretty much dead from the other, high burst DPS out there, because Fire Burst and Mass Det, those are both like 3-second cast times.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my fire tune as well and look at this to see how it goes. So are there still powers that give volatility to yourself as well? I just want to make sure I'm
from what I'm seeing. No, from what I'm seeing right here, I mean, Burning Determination is supposed to apply volatility to yourself, and as does Absorb Heat. But from the way these patch notes here are reading, it sounds like we have to hit them with Absorb Heat. If you want to do like a range and everything, you have to hit a target with Absorb Heat, or you have to be within, I think it's like up to 12 or no, I think it's like as close as 10 meters or so, for them to get the dot from Burning Determination, which applies the thermal absorption and volatility onto yourself right now on live. So it looks like you're gonna have to be that close to them to use Burning Determination in order to put the volatility on them. Burning Det, at least.
Okay.
I mean, so to me, this reads like, I mean, everything, all the powers are getting damage buffs and everything, but with the change to volatility, it's coming across as a nerf to me. I could be wrong. I mean, it just could be the way maybe the patch notes are worded,
because the issue
right.
Before,
maybe the patch notes aren't worded right, or maybe I'm taking the wrong thing away from them. But that's the way it's reading to me.
Yeah, because the issue before was this power, this advanced mechanic type of thing with volatility is only really effective on bosses, because on just trash mobs, they're going to go down too fast by the other DPS. So once they even get volatility on them, you get ready to do your next move, they might already be dead.
Right. So long as you're able to, as long as at the start of a boss fight, you'd be able to put the volatility on the target, and so long as you're able to keep your AM going, which everybody knows is the blue flame. So long as you're able to keep that AM going the whole time, then you should be able to DPS as you always have. But with clearing ads and everything out and everything, it's going to be it's kind of like reverting back to the way things were.
Unless it's just you get even more bonus damage as you inflict volatility on enemies along with volatility on yourself.
Well, if you could stack the volatility, that would be awesome, but I don't think
it kind of seems like that's what they're maybe trying to go for.
That's not the way it's reading to me. I mean, like I said, I could be wrong. I asked questions about it, and I didn't really get any answers about
yeah,
why
what I saw
this change is being done. So
yeah.
Vigor, you want to take care of talking about gadgets?
I mean, I haven't been on Thesser.
Boy, just read the patch notes. Because I haven't looked at gadgets either.
Oh, Oh man. Okay, chat's gonna make me try and put some kind of like Fetty joke in here.
Do
Anyways,
not put Fetty into this.
but it would be too easy and so good. So Fetty. So Fetty, guys. All right. Anyways, let me bring up the page as well. Gadgets increase both base damage and power interaction damage for the following abilities: Sticky Bomb, Vortex Cannon, Napalm Grenade, Taser Bomb, Neutralizer, and Gauss Grenade, which is like your, power interaction setups, except for... Wait, never mind. Gadgets users in control role can access the full damage of Gadget's advanced mechanic without restriction. EMP Pulse, you can now dovetail your next attack after 1 second. Increase damage slightly at mid-range, and increase damage significantly when within 7 meters of your target. Whether or not they increase the damage or not, or kind of maybe kept it the same, I don't know. I guess that'll require testing. Hopefully it's just increased damage. Activating the advanced mechanic prevents weapon mastery critical damage bonuses for 12 seconds, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Gadgets players on Twitter not happy about that change.
Yeah, suck it.
Well, Gadgets had it where they could get the AM damage like back to back real fast.
Yeah, they would just spam that EMP pulse, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
So what else you got?
Let's see. Paralyzing Dart, increased damage slightly at long range and increased damage significantly when you are within 30 meters
13.
of targets. Activating 13. Okay. I can't read. I'm too fetty for this. Activating the advanced mechanic prevents weapon mastery critical damage bonuses for 12 seconds. Sticky Bomb, this ability now splits damage after 2 targets, like A was up, hello. Bunker Buster, this attack no longer causes the damage roll buff to be removed. Battle Display's awareness can now be gained while in control roll, allowing Intimidation to apply its damage over time. Effect after using EMP Pulse or Paralyzing Dart. I'm guessing that to an extent, controller... Because I guess they're going to apply this to mental in the future as well, just so controllers can do a little more damage. I don't really understand the effect of getting the AM bonus in controller role if it's just damage increase.
I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that, there's a lot of people out there that like to do solos and duos in their main role. And so a lot of them tend to be controllers from what I've seen. And we haven't seen what they've done with healers yet, or if they're going to do something similar with healers yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do make it to where, you can actually do more damage in your main role as a controller or healer, while, that way, because, we've all heard stories and all that. I've got a friend of mine plays the game Dark Horse. He was talking about it before, about constantly getting abandoned in duos or getting trolled in duos because he was in his main role and people wanting him to switch to DPS.
Does Celestial have that though? You can get the AM damage and healer stance.
I think
already?
Celestial does. Yeah, now because I think so. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at those notes. But Celestial's all the powers that it would use for healing that do damage in DPS roll, they do extra damage and they do the normal damage now. So,
well, you get the extra damage if you actually combo. If you do like a multi-input combo, your damage will be increased. And I'm pretty sure you get that in healer stance. So you get access to the AM in healer stance. I think that was the first power to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Photon Blast, increase the damage caused against enemies whose health is under 35%. The amount of damage inflicted increases as your range closes. And they said that they were going to increase the damage of executes in general across the board, from what I remember. you want me to read Quantum's changes, Trex?
No, I can do it. Scott's it. So for Quantum, they increase both the base damage and the power interaction damage for the following abilities. All right, Alcubierre Wave, Einstein's Ray, Gravity Bomb, Inspiral Wave.
Spiral?
Sorry. I was trying to say inspirational or something.
Inspirational waves.
I believe in the quantumness of time and space. Space Jesus.
Why you're not Fetty.
Space Jesus. Lift, Anomaly, Distortion Wave, Tachyon Blast, Tachyon Burst, Time Shift, and Warp Barrage. The Quantum users in Control Role can now access the full damage of Quantum's advanced mechanics without restriction. For Time Bomb causes increased damage based on how close you are to your target. You cause the most damage at short range, which is inside 7 meters, medium damage between 7 and 13 meters, and the least damage at long range, which is beyond 13 meters. Damage at all ranges was increased. An energy expulsion increased the damage caused against enemies whose health is below under 35%. So there is the boost for the execute. So yeah, so for Time Bomb, which is something that has to be, you're gonna have to test. So you're gonna have to. This is one of those things that I just absolutely hate with this whole mid-range thing. Because, just please understand that I come from other MMOs that, of course, like I have that mentality that some powers, some classes will just do better in certain things. Okay? When you look at a rogue in World of Warcraft, it's a rogue. He's melee DPS. I don't expect him to do range DPS. It's just out of the question and stupid. When I look at Quantum, it's all these cast powers that do no melee damage whatsoever. But now we have this thing where we can be in melee range and you'll do more damage. But you're a ranged DPS. Congratulations, Quantum. You are a ranged DPS. You are a caster, is what you are. And in my eyes, it is a caster. I don't want my caster being in melee range.
It's cause every single boss in most content now, you cannot melee DPS to an extent. You just can't.
The bosses that we have in content now are becoming more melee friendly. They're still tells and abilities you need to watch out for, but it is becoming melee friendly. But it just requires extra work because you have to watch out for these abilities and these tells. Because if you are a melee person and you miss and you just get hit, you're done. You're just dead. But
yep.
But it's just for me. I don't want it. If you're a rage melee DPS, sure, why not? Hardlight, sure, why not? Celestial, sure, why not? Quantum, the fuck you doing up here? Get back there. You will get back in line. You will get back there and you will hug that healer. You will stand back there. and that's how I see it in my eyes. From my other MMO background. And again, this is something I just have to acclimate myself to DCUO because they just do everything different because, hey, they're ahead of the curve. Whatever. If they want to be. I don't know. But this is how they just see themselves. And I'm also not a person that will look at this Quantum DPS standing beside me as I tank. It's like, hey, bud, what you doing up here? You meleeing? Cool. Can you not be beside me? Oh, you're going on the other side. Thank you. You are the best Quantum DPS. Thank you so much. Get behind that boss. We'll take care of this. If that's what you want to do, sure. But understand, if you are the cause of a lot of the wipes, like I was in Bombshell, I was prepared to switch to tank. I was prepared to get out of melee DPS. But if you are the cause and we can't get it done, I'll give it one more try. We'll give it the good hurrah. But if it doesn't work, you need to be in the back. All right, you got to be in the back of the bus. I'm sorry, get back there. Just do it. Now, at the same time, if Quantum had abilities in their trees that was melee friendly, that was melee attacks, I would be okay with it. But we all seen quantum DPS. We've all seen it. All they're doing is time bomb, spam 3 powers or 4, and call it a day. That's all they're doing. They're not doing anything that requires their hands or feet.
They have like one power that has like some kind of precision combo to it, but no one uses it because it sucks.
Rage, hard light.
That's why they need to look at the big picture and start giving a lot of these powers that are never used some purpose.
I will agree.
Because if they're just making it to where each power is going to use 6 powers for this role, 6 powers for the next role, what's the point of even having all these other powers? What's the point of even having supercharges to an extent? Because no one uses supercharges. Certain classes use supercharges, but most don't because they got their AM. And you can't fit it in your bar.
Yeah, and those powers are there, and probably re-looking at them wouldn't probably hurt to make them to allow players to get out of that cookie cutter build kind of a thing. It's like, hey, you could use this ability as well, and
kind of
and try this out. But I think we could see that coming down the line after this whole mid-range improvement thing. I'm happy mid-range improvement is coming. It's just for me, I don't see some powers needing to be in melee range. But
it kind of gives the benefit of the doubt. Like, you know, quantum might be best long range. They have the benefit of being better long range. They'll have powers that are, you know, that can work that from long range, while other powers they need to be a little closer to work at its best.
Yeah. And again, this is something with the mid-range that has to be tested to see how the damage looks at long range, at mid-range, and then at melee. It just does. I'm pretty sure if I had like a raid group, like with Brittany and her people, I'm sure if I had one of those people in here, if Brittany came to me as a quantum DPS or even as a gadget DPS, like, hey, I'm going to be in melee doing my stuff. I'm like, okay, I trust you. Because I know you know your stuff. So you know what to do, so go for it. The community in Pug life is not going to work out very well. It's going to be a lot of trusting that people are not going to do. But yeah, NC Green Lantern, you're right. I would like to see powers that players don't use to open the loadouts up. I mean, that's why I laugh when people come to me with my Rage loadout. Because in my last Rage run, they looked at my DPS and when I was just doing the duo, and they were like, your DPS loadout is all wrong. I'm like, it's wrong for you. It works for me. I'm okay with it. Just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it won't work for me. So my loadout isn't really the typical Rage DPS loadout, and I am okay with that because I am me and you are you. But other powers don't have that kind of luxury. Or at least most players don't try it out. Or they get narked on or something, whatever, and they are forced to change, blah. But I do believe that the uniqueness of DC Universe Online is the fact that you did not have to have a cookie cutter build. You could do whatever you wanted with your powers.
I miss that.
Yeah, I kind of do too. And that's where I would like to see the advanced mechanic go. Maybe I have to talk to Sport about it and see why it's not, but I would like to see it across the other powers. And I'm not even saying like all the powers, like add in a couple of more. Just add in a few more and see how it turns out. Because, and I also look at, because I was told when I looked at my rage stuff, it's like, I need another range ability. Well, the only other rage ability I have besides Dreadful Blast, I could use Rage Blast, that little basic rage fireball. But then someone's always like, yeah, don't do that. It has the lowest attack power. It's not even worth it. I'm like, okay, isn't that what my stats are for? Isn't that what my gear, my stats, my skill points, isn't that supposed to help actually get this up? So
that's the problem though. Is all the powers have different like ranges of what they'll hit,
Yeah.
And it's just like pure factual numbers that certain powers just hit harder.
They do.
Or for certain AMs, you really can't put that in your cast rotation because it will either mess up the way your AM works or just doesn't apply at all.
Yep. So it is something I hope that the devs look into in the future with the powers after this mid-range. I would really like it. I just really want mid-range to hurry up and be over with. But at the same time, I have to say, I am completely shocked that this one update we have 3 powers being done. That's 1/3 of that list being knocked out.
Yeah, I think they're trying to knock it out as fast as they can so they can really start getting to what they want to in updates rather than messing around with powers, but it's never really gonna stop.
No. Balancing will continue on until the doors close in this game. It's an ever changing thing. That balance is just gonna have to be done here and there. I know. What was I gonna say? Crap! I actually forgot. Because the mid-range stuff is being done. Oh, that's right. So everyone who keeps complaining about the earth, electricity, and nature and sorcery mid-range stuff, you guys are coming. The weapons have to be done first before you guys can get your thing. And at the same time, they're releasing these updates. They're getting these mid-range improvements done according to what's the easiest thing to pump out. What is the least amount of development time to fix it, to get it out so we can work on the next part. Because I am pretty sure weapons is a freaking nightmare. I am probably going to guarantee weapons is a nightmare at this point. Because we have to get the weapons right. Oh, go ahead.
I almost feel like the only way to fix weapons is to either overhaul, like massively overhaul the way that weapon mastery works, or remove it altogether.
I will have to say,
it just doesn't work with the way AMs work right now.
They don't. Weapon mastery was supposed to be the alternative to players who didn't want to go off the entire trait abilities. If they wanted to be players who use their weapons more, weapon mastery was supposed to do that. It was supposed to do that. I'm stressing.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Well, as it is, like, not even doing weapon mastery, you seem to hit harder than weapon mastery, so than actually using it. So, I don't know. It feels like weapon mastery is more of a support type thing to use to help reduce power.
Yeah,
but only support roles ever touch it anymore.
Yeah, but for an actual DPS, you would never use weapon mastery over AM ever.
And that's exactly
it would never happen.
And that's exactly where my mindset has come into it, where my tank, my healer, my troll will always be spec'd for weapon mastery. My DPS will never be spec'd for weapon mastery. Never. Because I want that extra crit damage too.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. I wish that weapon mastery was on par with AM damage, because then it gives you that actual choice.
Yes.
But as it stands, you have zero choice. If you're going to DPS and you want to do as much damage as you can, you have to do AM. And it's unfortunate because I actually liked weapon mastery, like back in the TD days when you could be iced into weapon mastery. I really love DPSing that way, but you can still do it that way. It's just, unfortunately, you're going to be at the bottom of the charts by a long haul because of the damage you're putting out is just not going to be there. Like, it's not even close to being comparable to AM damage. And it sucks. Because, like you said, weapon mastery was supposed to be the alternative to AM. And it's not at all. Not even close.
I think when weapon mastery came out, everybody, some people were digging it, some of course weren't. But then I feel that when Quantum and Gadgets got their advanced mechanic and saw like this awesome amount of numbers of damage popping up that weapon mastery wasn't. Everybody else was just like, weapon what?
Notice how the 2 powers he just said, neither one of them were fire, which was the very first power to get an advanced mechanic.
Oh shit, he's right.
and why wasn't it as good as advertised?
True, very true. Fire will forever be one of my favorite tank powers still. I guess I would never see it as a DPS.
I think the reason I feel bad for fire more than anything is because it tends to be their greatest mechanic, which was increased health and getting heals from their own powers. It seems like the tank powers that come out, they're like, oh, by the way, your powers start to heal you, and you're like, that sounds familiar. And then Atomic was on stream, and I watched that, and they were like, oh, by the way, some of your powers are going to heal you. And I was like, oh, this again? I was like, why are you copying fire, kind of? You know, like, that was supposed to be fire's thing.
Atomic is like fire, rage, and ice rolled into one with a little bit of
Another thing that you kind of said backwards there, Trex, was that weapon mastery wasn't there as an alternative for advanced mechanics. Weapon mastery came before advanced mechanics. Everybody was doing weapon mastery before advanced mechanics came.
It was supposed to be an alternative to clipping.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, weapon mastery was an alternative to clipping, but because that's when they also took out the jump canceling.
But that's also when everyone noticed that weapon mastery hit so damn hard.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you even bother with clipping?
Right. And then they started bringing in the advanced mechanics, and the thing is, the advanced mechanics were just so freaking spectacularly awesome.
Why would you even bother with weapon mastery?
Exactly.
It seems like they introduced one mechanic because it sounded awesome on paper, and then never bothered to fix the other. It did give skill points some meaning, though. I will agree with Aaron on that one.
What, weapon mastery?
Yeah, the way that you can unlock the bottom nodes.
And then they changed everything up and made it to where your CR is what matters for how much damage you're doing instead of your actual stats.
It'd be kind of cool if skill points could give you maybe some CR points, but that would also cause more problems. But I don't know. There's so many things that
I'm not trying to say anything else.
Yeah, there's so many things that need to be fixed, but it's getting fixed slowly.
Have they said anything about weapon mastery, or will weapon mastery balance itself out once the weapons are like balanced out, or is weapon mastery just gonna have to be like that on its own?
I think the main issue with weapon mastery is the fact that certain weapons just aren't doing the damage they should be doing.
Yeah.
Like
some combos take forever to get to the weapon mastery in the first place.
They've taken away the risk and reward for doing like long combos with slow weapons. Like we all remember like at launch, how hard Mega Smash used to hit. You used to be able to pulverize people with Mega Smash.
If you got it off.
Yeah, if you got it off. But that's what it goes back to. The high risk, high reward. That it was very risky trying to pull off a Mega Smash in PvP or even in PvE. Especially now where we've got combat mechanics in PvE, it'd be really hard to get a Mega Smash off unless you've got somebody there block breaking for you to make sure that you got it off. That's where the whole team aspect of the thing. If Mega Smash was still doing the damage it was doing, we'd be seeing a lot more melee weapon mastery DPSers out there. I think using two-hander.
In general, there's just that's really the only time you see melee. The game is PvP if you happen to PvP. With weapons in general. But I don't know. There's a lot of things It's hard to even come up with an idea at this point of what they could do with weapon mastery. It almost feels like weapons were forgotten in general, and they were just supposed to be these things that you got skill points for.
I think a big part of it is that the weapons actually need to be able to do the damage that they're intended to do. The risk needs to be worth the reward for some of these weapons. That's why we're always seeing everybody's using dual wields, or you're seeing your hand blasters. You're seeing all the support roles are all using brawling. Trolls and healers they're all using brawling in PvE right now. And the vast majority of people that are doing PvP, then like you said, hand blasters, dual wield. You may occasionally see somebody using two-hander right there, but two-hander right there, but they're mostly using it for that short, smoke bomb combo. And that's the only thing they really use it for.
Yep.
Brawling is just kind of like, I don't know. Brawling.
I don't even know how that got through testing.
Brawling. I mean, the shuriken is nice, is great, and all that, but the melee stuff, the home run combo, is it's 3 taps and 3 holds for that combo. Doomspin is just nobody's gonna use that in P. Yeah, I've never put a skill point in a Doomspin. So I mean, brawling could use a shorter combo that's not Doomspin for its melee. But these other weapons, I mean, they need to be doing the damage that their combos, the damage that these combos are doing needs to be justified. I'm sorry, dual wields, 2 hold for the range attack. It should not be doing as much damage as it does. I mean, it's 2 holds. It's and yeah, they may be very open to interrupt, but that's doing a lot of damage for just 2 inputs into your controller.
That's what I said. I said, why did they nerf the melee weapon mastery short combos and they didn't do anything to the range combos? That makes absolutely 0 sense at all. So you can sit in the back and spam weapon mastery, yet when you're in somebody's face, you don't hit as hard. What? That made me mad.
I remember back during one of the, I think it was 30s, game update 30 something, there was an update that I guess just got broken, and this was way before weapon mastery, where they were supposed to tune damage on, it was supposed to be the longer the combo was, the more damage it did. But it had to have got broken shortly after, because we never saw that.
I mean, I've always felt some of the weapons in this game just aren't doing the damage they should be doing, especially the slower weapons like two-hander and brawling. Simply because I mean, they're doing they are slow combo weapons, and they should be doing more damage.
Shield's a good example too.
Shield also. Shield's it's in between martial arts and brawling.
No one uses the melee combos because it take too damn long to do them. Everything's blockable. They don't even have any range combos.
It does.
Except for the weapon mastery combos for range, but I'm talking about innately. It's just the toss throw. That's it.
And to answer Brittany's question from earlier with the weapon adjustment with mid range, I'm not sure if weapon mastery is going to be affected or not. I am at this point, until we probably get closer to looking at it, I do not know if it will be affected. But last bit of thing for the test server, for the mid-range testers, for all you guys out there doing the tests with Soar, Remander, and a whole bunch of other great people, please use the Combat Rating 126 live test spec outlined in the testing feedback forum when testing mid-range. This will help us all speak the same language when comparing damage potential. So go to the testing feedback forum, and you'll find the combat rating 126 live test. You'll see what stats you need to have and all that good stuff, and that's what you want to use when you're testing for mid-range. I might not do that because I look at those numbers and I just start getting confused. I was like, I don't want to do this. This is above my head. No. So, but for all the people who understand theory crafting and like number crunching, go to the forums and look at it. And then finally, the update that little PC hotfix that came out today for the test server for Game Update 54 for powers Atomic. Using a superpower while in tank role will now give the proper 90% boost. Before yesterday, basically, it was giving us a 60% boost. For episode 18, they changed the order of the operations on the on-duty menu so that it's at the bottom of the list rather than being sorted above unholy matrimony operation. That would be a cluster F, big time. They tuned the difficulty of Black Hand boss fight for both normal and elite mode. What does that mean? I don't know, but hopefully it's a good thing. For Demon's Pit Duo, your iconic allies will now be referred to as deranged in a Demon's Pit. Beforehand, they were just called resurrected, which was probably not a cool thing. And then they resolved an issue where more than one boss could spawn under certain circumstances. That's crazy. And, oh, hello. Hello, 8-player Operation Unholy Matrimony. Improved Rage Crash immunity for Trigon's Hellfire Curse. Yay.
All me.
Everybody
All
thank
me.
Brittany.
You're welcome. All of these rage things, you're welcome. One rage tank to the other, you're welcome.
Thank you. With this, she has allowed me to survive more once I go to Trigon now. She is doing all of us rage tanks a great service.
It just sucks. Like, when he pulls you in, it was just hit and miss on that because, like, sometimes you wouldn't crash when you got pulled in, and then sometimes you would. And it sucks dying because you can't cancel, not because it's your fault, but because of a mechanic. It was the same thing during the Brother Blood fight when you lost your powers. I died because I couldn't cancel because I couldn't hit the cross or the cog or whatever to get my powers back fast enough because I don't know. It's just things like that. It doesn't make sense that you should die to something that's technically not really your fault or that you can help.
You know what I think is really fun? You know what I think is really funny about pugging Unholy Matrimony right now is everybody says, "Oh yeah, make sure you guys kill the Hellfire, the Hatred Hellfire guy that stuns the tank."
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody says make sure you kill that, but nobody thinks to actually lunge it and interrupt it.
But you can lunge it?
Yeah, it's got a freaking vulnerability thing over its head.
I've never seen the vulnerability.
Like it's block breaking.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look for that then. Yeah, I've never seen it before. Ever.
And nobody ever thinks to lunge it. Everybody's like, so kill it quick, and there's one DPS working on it. Because everybody else is worried about the boss.
Oh, well, we just cycle orbitals, but... Yeah, I've never seen the actual interrupt symbol above his head. Or else... I would have just lunged it.
I know for the Brother Blood fight, because I was scared, because, of course, it's my first time in, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm taking care of the J Squad. Oh, by the way, it's Brother Blood and the J Squad. That's what I'm going with. Thank you, Chill Cat, for handing that to me. I'm calling them from now on the Blood and J Squad. But I was
Fetty Squad.
Stop it. I was going up against the J Squad guys, and all of a sudden, Blood uses his wand attack to stun me on the ground. I'm like, oh, Blood, you suck. And I'm like, wait a minute. I hear my severe punishment about to go off. I'm about to crash. I'm like, are you shitting me? I'm about to die. And it didn't die. I didn't die. It didn't. it gave me immunity, so I got a free pass. I'm like, oh my god, I just got so much fear into me right now. I thought I almost screwed this up. Woo. But yeah, thank you, Rage Immunities. Thank you, Brittany. You're the best.
It's the same thing like in Throne when you got teleported and you had to like sit there for that second to get out of the I don't know, bubble thing. Like I died before in that, and everyone's like, "Wow, how did you die?" And because I freaking rage crashed because I can't do anything. Like, so not fair, man.
It's not.
Like you should not die to things like that because the game doesn't allow you to actually hit your powers. It's not fair.
And what's even worse is, well, do you run with violence or Gone Eruption?
Neither.
Oh, damn. Okay, my bad. Let me just back up a little bit.
I don't run with a rage reducer, so.
Yeah. Oh no, she's bad enough. She's badass enough where she's gonna immediately cancel it.
She just makes sure she never crashes Trex. That's
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I have those as my backup.
Every once in a while, but...
It's my backup in case I can't hit my canceller.
I used to run with Bloodlust just to like help our DPSs out, but I took that out to run I think Without Mercy.
Yeah,
for Throne.
You run pretty much the exact same loadout for Rage that I do for tanking, except I use a different Rage canceller than you do.
Yeah, but I always run with 2 immunities. It's just I can't not run with 2 immunities.
Yeah, because if you as long as you hit that immunity power, and by the time one's while one's cooling off, the other one will be ready for you to use. As long as you hit that thing at like 6 o'clock, you won't get juggled or anything like that, and you'll be able to use your canceller.
Yep. You just cycle through your immunities, and you'll always have one up. But then I run the breakout trinket just in case. Like sometimes I have a bad habit of, I think, holding the L2 button down. So I hit X when I'm jumping, and I hit like one of my immunities, and I'm like, oh man. So I just run that as something extra if they're out of sync or something like that. But I don't know. Different strokes for different folks.
That's right. Hey, at least with tanking, we don't have cookie color builds. Am I right?
Well, that's true. I mean, like you'll have the 3 like mate. You need your pull, severe, and then your cancel, and then whatever else you use after that is really just up to you and your playstyle. Like I think I posted that in the thread that somebody's asking about a rage loadout. I mean, you really can't go wrong as long as you have your 3 staples. Everything after that is just preference, like whatever you like. So,
like mass density, or just density unless you're selfish.
I am selfish. Sorry, guys.
Hey, Brittany, we want to turn to metal too. F you, find someone else. I'm only metal person over here. Kiss my shiny metal ass. Oh shit! I just remembered. So cool. I just remember you could turn to metal and then use the root emote and shake your ass, and yeah, bite my shiny metal ass. So, anything else we need to hit on before we head on out to the Dusty Trail?
Don't forget Legends PvE Watchtower. Oh, ends on Wednesday, so finish your Legends PvE feats.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Watchtower
Nexus is also on the test server. So.
Did you see the feats for that?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah, I don't think any of the team up feats count for like any of the what's it called? Checklists? Again. Feel like
I remember looking at them. I can't remember what they were now.
I'm looking right now.
I don't think they like
not the robots again feat.
Yeah. So I feel like somebody's trolling us.
Yeah, Nexus of Reality is going to be the next Legend PvE, and yes, it's Nexus. It's the raid turned into an alert with Legends characters. So have fun with that.
Yeah, none of the checklist heroes match up for any of the ones that are on the team up checklist.
Yep.
The fudge?
That'll be fun.
Okay.
Plenty of opportunity. Plenty of opportunities to get that, robots again feat. Pugs.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to suck it up and try to get all my feats done as soon as possible. I still haven't finished my Watchtower feats.
I did that relatively quickly because I did not want to go back in.
Well, I generally finish within the first 2 days of it releasing. Like, I'm pretty good about getting them all done, but I don't know why I couldn't do it this time.
Much work. Too fetty. 1738 for this shit.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're saying. It's like you're speaking another language.
Right?
I'm speaking
It's really
Ebonics.
weird. That's really weird.
Like, I just don't know with these kids these days. It's just...
Oh, yeah, the hairstyles.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
New hairstyle.
I don't think we saw Talia's hairstyle, but we did see Ra's al Ghul's new hairstyle for men.
I have it. You can look at my Twitter. I posted a picture of it.
For Talia?
Yeah.
Where'd you see
Man,
it?
if I keep growing my hair out, and
I posted here. I'll send you the link.
if I keep growing my hair out and I shave my beard right, I might be able to cosplay some Ross
There you
these
go.
days. I got the gray on the sides. Easy.
Where'd you get Talia's hairstyle?
It's from the briefing in the duo.
The briefing in the
I posted
duo.
it in the new duo.
It isn't out yet. It's on test server.
Yeah.
Yeah. I posted it in the general chat. I didn't know where else to post it.
I'll post it in Twitter so everyone can see it. There you go. I like it. Looks nice.
I do too. It's finally a nice, like, long hairstyle that doesn't look dated or just odd.
It's just good to see new hairstyles in general.
Especially
is.
free ones. Right? Am I right?
Yup.
Huh.
So, wait a minute. The briefing and the test server. I think I did those.
You should have gotten the.
That's probably what's in my mailbox. That's probably what's in my
Yeah,
mailbox.
you'll get the mail one.
So, all right.
And
so,
it's free.
Yeah, so Demon's Pit gives you Talia hairstyle if you're a lady, and Ra's al Ghul's hairstyle if you are a dude. Neat. And yeah, everyone knows Orbit. Orbit's the great Earth tank. Is he still Earth?
Yep.
I have no
Still
idea.
Earth. Still Earth and says he's not switching to Atomic. He's going to stay Earth.
There you go. All right, every
OG Earth.
every DCO player knows the Daddy's House and Trexlight too. It's okay. We're pretty big names. Brittany's getting there slowly but surely.
If
We'll
she's
see,
not
like-
already.
I haven't decided. Like, I wanted to try Atomic on live, but I don't. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to stay Atomic or go back to Rage. I just like Rage like too much. It's just, I don't know. It's too fun. But I would love to try Atomic in like SM to see if you can actually how good it would be and hold up in there. I think it would be pretty nice, especially if you don't have to block. Like, I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. So.
I mean, Rage doesn't block. We don't even know what the block button is.
Yeah, but you still have that time where you're vulnerable, though, when your severe is off cooldown.
That freaking 2
So,
seconds.
I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious how it'll like withstand in those high rounds of SM.
Atomic will be another new character that'll get into a tier, but I'm not using the power respect to change. Trex Rage is Trex Rage. He's not taking off that red ring. He's just not. Or at least he can't unless he's a Kryptonian and flies into the sun. Which I am neither of those. I'm not a Kryptonian, and I'm not going to fly into the sun. I'm dark enough. I don't need another darker tan. This is the nice shade of caramel I would like. So time for shameless plug. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook and on the Twitter. Just type in DCUO Sourcecast or Sourcecast and you'll find us. It'll pop up. You can find us, all the episodes, all the VODs over at youtube.com/Trexlight in the Sourcecast playlist. It's updated when I get the episodes out. You can also find the episodes on MP3 form over at Trexlight.com on the DCUO Sourcecast webpage. Or you can find us on iTunes. Just type in DCUO Sourcecast and you'll find us. If you guys have a question or suggestion and you guys want to email us at DCUOSourcecast@gmail.com. Also, I didn't really do it this week because, well, Chill Cat's the only one in general voice and I don't think he really wanted to talk. But if you guys want to join the discussion on the show, be sure to download the Discord app and join the Trexlight server and join in. I may pull you into the channel and you'll be on the show and you'll be able to talk. You'll talk to us about some stuff and we'll ask you a question. You'll ask us a question. You'll do Brittany's hair. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a good girls' night. Good girls' night. Soups, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me at youtube.com/theday'shouse. I'm also on facebook.com/theday'shouse. I'm also on the Twitter at The Days House, and you can, of course, find me here occasionally streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/The Days House. Vagrant, where can we find you at?
You can find me on YouTube/TrickTracked. You can find me on Twitter at TrickTracked. You can find me on Facebook/TrickTracked. You can find me Twitch streaming fairly often, especially right after the podcast. I will be streaming an old school RPG that some of you may like. It would be twitch.tv TrickTracked. I also have a Tumblr. It's like tricktrack.blog or whatever. I don't use my Tumblr too often. And I just opened up an Etsy store, which I'll have more information about possibly next podcast. But I think that's it for me. What about you, Brittany? Where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch at Brittany _ on Twitter at PinkRanger _206 and on YouTube /Brittany Trex. Where can we find you?
You can find me over on Facebook.com/Trexlight, over at my YouTube channel at YouTube.com/Trexlight, Twitter at This Is Trex, Twitter.com/Trex, This Is Trex, whatever. And you can follow me on my Twitch over at Twitch.tv/Trexlight. Host of the DCUO Sourcecast, and also other shenanigans that I do. I have videos from the test server looking at Atomic, just going a big overview. Looking at Atomic, the boss fights from the duo, those will be out probably this weekend because I have a little bit more editing to do on the Green Arrow because it was 55 minutes. Long ass boss fight because I kept dying. But I'll have those videos out this weekend / next week. And I'll also be looking at the Atomic Power this entire weekend, looking at tank and DPS. Join me as we try to learn how to tank and DPS this thing. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back next Friday, our regular time at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. We had to go long tonight because things. But yeah, we'll be back our normal time next week. And yeah, join me on Discord. Get on Discord and join us for the Sourcecast next week. We'll pull you into the channel. And like I said, we'll have some fun. It'll be good. And follow TrickTracked on Twitch. He's going to go stream in just a moment. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Bye-bye, guys. Hope to see you in stream.
I'm waiting for you guys to say bye, too.
Yeah,
Bye.
like, come on, Soups. Come on, Britt.
I did say bye.
No, you didn't. No one heard.
I guess I
anyone
did. I said bye the same time you said bye.
You must be sitting your ass on the couch.
No.
The only one that knows. Lonely over on this really ghetto street I'm sitting on.
I'm still recording. I have not stopped it.
It's okay. Roll it.
Okay, now I'll end it.